Welcome back, familiar to Northside LDN, and today we've got Arsenal's match against PSV in the Europa League cancelled, postponed, and once again, the fans are they're not being respected. We're not being fought by the Footballing Association, and for me, I think it's disgusting because at the end of the day, there's different. At the end of the day, they're coming out with the police are needed because the Queen. It's her funeral on Monday, and I respect that. But this match is on a Thursday. I don't understand why we can't play on the Thursday if the funeral is on the Monday. If it was on the same day as the Queen's funeral, I could understand because they need, obviously, the police down there and etc. etc. This is on a Thursday, 5 days before the Queen's funeral. Why can't we go ahead with the fixture and have Arsenal versus PSV? There's a couple of points I want to get into, and we're going to get into a couple of points as to options I feel that are available that we could use to get the match going, that they could use, a footballing association could use to get this match going and not postpone. And for me, the first one I want to get into is play behind closed doors. If you play behind closed doors, play the match behind closed doors, like we had the match behind closed doors against Brentford in our pre-season game, then you don't need the presence of the police. So why can't we just play behind closed doors? That removes the police, or you need very minimal police. You've got none of the fans, so you don't need any police to be managing the fans because no fans will be in the stadium. And the fixture can still go ahead. And everyone that wants to watch it on TV can still watch it on TV. It's not the most ideal for fans that want to go watch the games and fans that love going to the games, but you still get something. You can still watch the game. You can still stream the game. You can go down to your local pub and watch the game. Fans are still able to see football. As we know, for a lot of people, football is an escape from many things. That a lot of people, they may not go to the club, they may not go, doing other activities, I don't know, maybe go-karting or whatever. Football is their source of entertainment. Why can't we play the game behind closed doors? It's not hard to play the game behind closed doors. And the thing is, if anyone says to me, oh, well, they need certain police, well, it's on a Thursday, not a Monday. The funeral's on the Monday. And listen, I respect that, they need to do what they need to do. If this fixture was on a Monday, if Arsenal had a game on Monday, I would understand. Because on the day of the funeral, which is going to most likely be an all-day event with so many people tuning in and so many people going down to pay their respects, I can understand why they need that much police at that day and why any games played on that day, you can't go on because the police are needed at the funeral. I understand that. But it's on a Thursday. So why can't we play it behind closed doors? It just feels like, once again, it's just so gung-ho. Like, they're so gung-ho to just cancel football games, cancel, what's going on in the footballing side of sports. But every other sports, they can go ahead. Cricket can go ahead. Rugby can go ahead. I don't think it's fair. You know what I mean? I really don't think it's fair. Like, why can't we play behind closed doors? It makes no sense. You know what I mean? So, listen, point number one, play behind closed doors. I don't understand why we cannot play behind closed doors. You're not putting as much strain on the police force. You need less of the police. And there you go. The match can go ahead. The second point is use the army. We do have the army. Why can't we use the army? I'm sure the Premier League football is a billion-dollar industry. These Premier League clubs spend millions on players. Can we not pay the army, or talk to the government, pay the army and give them, whatever they needed to be compensated for that day from their activities and get them, being helping the club, and helping the police instead of putting the whole burden on the police. Use some of the army. Why not? Why can't we? What are the army doing right now? I don't know. I'm not an army guy. I'm not really into army and all that type of stuff. But why can't we use the army? I'm sure that could be resolved. And I'm sure the Premier League clubs have enough resources to compensate the army for their time and their resources. So why can't we do that? That is another option. That's option number two. Then you look at, bring police from the surrounding areas. And if they need to go for training, I mean, we only need them for a couple of hours, 3-4 hours, 5 hours at most. Yeah. Bring them in, and then I'm sure the government can pay for their travel or pay for, whatever they need, whatever forms of transport they need to get back to their surrounding areas. Because as I said, this is a Thursday game. This is not a Monday game when the funeral is on. Can that not be organized? I feel like that could be organized if we really wanted to. But it's always the same option of, oh no, we'll just cancel everything. We'll just cancel it. Don't worry, don't care about the fans, don't care about nothing. We'll just cancel it. Even though this game is not on the day of the Queen's funeral. It doesn't make any sense, caramba. Like, for me, it's the same pucaria. Like, these guys just want to postpone. Listen, I don't blame the footballing governing body about the Everton Arsenal match being cancelled, because the Premier League teams come together and they voted for the game to be postponed. So I can't blame them on that. But on the PSV, it's like, come on. If reports are supposed to be believed, Arsenal wanted to go ahead with this game. So why can't we work something around it? We've been having football how many years? How old are some of these clubs? Have we not got, backup plans for situations like this? If we're not able to use the police force, maybe we can use the army, and there's a certain amount of compensation, or maybe we could use my fourth point. Use private security. There's loads of private security firms. Can we not use that? Can we not use them? Private security companies, there's loads of them around England, from rich bankers coming into the country, rich people coming in, other presidents coming in. There's private security firms. Can we not pay for that? I'm sure the clubs have more than enough money to do that. I mean, if celebs and presidents and stuff have that money, I mean, some of these football clubs, the revenue that they have and the money that they have and the money that we pay for players, no one can't tell me that that's out of the realms of football, football clubs being able to afford. We could be able to afford that. So why can't we use that? That is another option that we could take that has not been taken so far. I don't understand. Like, there's so many options that we could take to get this game going forward. But it just seems like, no one's thought about playing behind closed doors. No one's thought about using the army. No one's thought about, the police that we can get from, neighboring cities or counties around London, to get them in to help this police force and then get them back out to wherever they need to go. Maybe they need some training before the Queen's funeral or whatever. We just need them for a couple of hours, and then maybe we can sort out their travel. Maybe the clubs can cover the cost of their travel going back to wherever they're from. These are options that could be used. At least try. You never know the response, but it just seems like, from a football fan perspective, it just seems like none of this has even been taken into account. It's just, oh well, no, the funeral's on Monday, we can't do nothing. And I don't think that's right nor fair when I'm seeing other sports still going ahead, other sports still playing, and other matches, which I will get into, other teams' matches still being played. I don't think that's correct, in my opinion. I don't think it's correct, and then you look at it, like, it's 5 days before the Queen's funeral. So why can't we use the police force? I don't really understand. It's not on that day. I really, really don't get that bit. And maybe sometimes it's the communication. Maybe they can communicate with us a lot better, instead of the vague statements that are put out and leaves us wondering, well, did you try this option? Did you try that option? What? Maybe we can get the game going ahead like this or like that. Listen, it is what it is. The other option is we can play it at PSV's ground. Why can't we play at PSV's ground? Why can't we just reverse it? We could go to, the governing body of the Europa and say, listen, we can't play in England right now because we've tried everything and we just can't get, we can't get the security and everything, the security detail and everything for the game to go, for fans to be safe, etc., etc. Can we reverse it and play it at PSV? Only because obviously no one expected losing the Queen. Obviously, this is something that's just happened out the blue. No one expected it, and because it's something that's happened that's out of the control of football fans, the world. It's just one of those things that happen, unfortunately. Are we able to play at PSV's ground first and then they can play at ours? I don't see PSV having a problem with that because they're going to be at home. Do you know what I mean? So I don't really see it. I mean, it doesn't matter. If we play at PSV, this Thursday, then when it comes to PSV coming back to Arsenal, coming back to play at our ground at the Emirates, the Queen's already had her funeral. This is all past. The police force aren't going to be as stretched as they're saying that they are. And we're able to get the right, security around the game. And we're able to get, fans into the stadium safely, etc., etc. Has that been put across? Have we tried that avenue? Because I'm yet to see anything coming out with, we've tried this, and this, and it's not, and we're not able to go ahead. And this is what disappoints me, because it's not, I don't think it's right. Like, have we exhausted all options? I mean, you can't just cancel, things like this and it's kind of like blasé, like, yeah, it's off, that's it, we can't do anything, that's it. Like, what kind of merda is this? Like, honestly, like I don't think it's right. I don't agree with this. I really don't agree with the way football fans are handled in this country, and it's very just like, yeah, whatever, get on with it. Do you know what I mean? That's how I feel. And listen, another option is, why don't we only let home fans into the ground? You'll need less police for that, because there won't be so much commotion, because you won't have none of this, potentially the home fans, starting trouble with the away fans. Also, there's less fans in the stadium, so you need less police, less security around the place, because there's not as many fans. That is another option that they could go down. Do you know what I mean? If you can't do that and they still say no and there's still not enough, then go down playing behind closed doors. On my pucaria, I have to be honest, it's on my pucaria. Come on, man. You know what I mean? These guys, what's going on here? You know what I mean? How am I making a list, and how am I thinking of, come on, man. As a community, we're thinking of lists and thinking of ways that the match can go ahead, and it just feels like, the people that are in charge of this are just kind of whatever about it, don't care. Do you know what I mean? It's just yeah, just cancel it. Just do the easy thing, just cancel it. I don't agree. And ultimately it gets me onto fans and the way that fans are treated in this country, because I feel like we're treated whatever, don't matter. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't matter the money that some fans come, traveling from other countries buying tickets, whether they're going to get, reimbursed on that, whether they have hotels that probably aren't going to give them their money back. You know what I mean? Because the hotels are going to be well, there's nothing wrong with your booking. Some bookings are like that. If you've ever gone on holiday or anything like that, or even sometimes when you lose a flight, sometimes you'll go on holiday, you lose a flight. For example, I was in Spain, and my girl's friend, she was going to come to Spain. She wanted to go on holiday with it, and I think at the time, EasyJet. We flew with Ryanair, but she flew in with Ryanair. Yeah. We flew in with Ryanair. She flew in with EasyJet. EasyJet were having delays. Her hotel that she booked in Spain, in Valencia, they said, listen, we can't, it's not our problem. She's like, listen, it's not my fault. I want to come. I had my flight's been cancelled. They said, yeah, no, we're not reimbursing you your money. And she ended up having to, I think 2 or 3 of her flights got cancelled, and she was rebooking her hotels. A holiday that should have only cost a couple of £100 turned out to be 3-4 grand. You know what I mean? And this is what I'm saying, fans that are coming that don't get the opportunity to always watch Arsenal, don't always get the opportunity to see games on a weekly basis, whether they cannot afford it, whether they got other commitments, whether work keeps them away, or whether they, you know what I mean, or they live in another country. Now that they have the opportunity to come see Arsenal, yes, the club can say, okay, yeah, you can use your ticket, yeah, when we reschedule it. Well, when you reschedule it, who says that other fan that was going to come is able to take that time off work, or is able to take that as holiday? Because maybe you run out of holidays now, depending on when your calendar year at work starts. Maybe because you spend so much money, now you've got to recoup that money. You're not able to rebook. You don't have the money there, the funds there to rebook your plane ticket, to rebook your hotel. You might not have the funds to do that. Not everyone has that. I know when I grew up, if a lot of fans that are going, maybe in a position that when I grew up, you know what I mean? The priority of a single parent family where we don't have the money to keep paying for extra tickets. It was expensive enough getting me to the stadium. I never had the privilege to watch Arsenal young, because I only had my mum, and my mum had to work 3 jobs. There's a lot of fans that do that. And if I was going to go to Arsenal, mum, if something like this happened, my mum would have to be you're going to have to wait till next year. Do you know what I mean? It's not right. Fans need to be recompensated for the money that they fork out, because it's not just the ticket. You know what I mean? And tickets can be very expensive. It's not just the ticket. Sometimes it's the travel. Then it's your accommodation. Do you know what I mean? It's not right. It really ain't right. And I don't think it's fair. And I feel like it's a lack of respect from, to the fans that are, Arsenal fans from all over the world, or not, from other parts of London, that have to book train tickets, coach tickets, or whatever it is, and may not be able to get reimbursed back their money. You know what I mean? Sometimes, I'm sure sometimes if you're getting a ticket from the other side of the world and accommodation, if you lose on that money, that's probably 10 times more, more of an expense than your actual ticket price. So when the club is reimbursing you back your money for your ticket, yeah, what about the other money that I lost? I'm losing a couple of hundred for the hotel. I'm losing a couple hundred, if not hitting almost 1,000 for my train, airplane ticket. Come on, man. I don't feel like it's fair enough. I'm not gonna lie. It's some pucaria, some merda, man. It's not right. Listen, I want to know. Let me know how you lot are feeling, but I just feel like, you know, fans are not thought of in that way. Do you know what I mean? Because let's be real, football fans are working class. I know I come from working class. I don't come from no silver spoon. Do you know what I mean? And it's like, come on, like, do all that you guys can. You guys are telling me that you can't play behind closed doors. Why? Why? And if you're playing behind closed doors and you can't get police, get private security. You know what I mean? Hire private security. Why can't we do that? I see Americans all the time in America getting private security every time a celeb comes down or this, and that. And the thing is, some people say, oh, you might not have a private security place that have enough personnel to manage a game. Okay, cool. But if you're playing it behind closed doors, then you don't need that many, because you don't have, 50, 60,000 fans leaving the stadium. You only got the players that you need to protect and maybe certain members of staff. That's it. That's it. You don't need as many personnel. Correct me if I'm wrong, but that's how I see it. So listen, at the end of the day, like, I don't understand, man. I don't understand what the army's doing. I don't know why they can't be available. You know what I mean? Last time, well, not that I'm always checking the news, but last time I checked, we ain't at war. So the army's there available. Well, I'm sure if you give them the money, it's all good. I know in South America, when they need the army to do certain things, they pay them. There's a way you pay them a certain amount of money and boom. You know what I mean? The army can do certain things for you. Do you know what I'm saying? I'm sure that's not just a South American thing. I'm sure that happens here. I know in Africa that can happen as well. Do you know what I mean? When you need the army, you can pay the army. Do you know what I'm saying? And football, these football clubs have more than enough money to do that. What is sad is the average football fan ain't being thought of. And we just went through a pandemic. Not everyone has a government job. Do you know what I mean? That was secure during the pandemic. Some people lost their job. Some people, have, there's fans in different walks of life in different situations. You know what I mean? Like, it just is what it is. Like, some people work 24-hour shifts or 12-hour shifts. So to get the time off work, they have to get time off work to watch the match. Some people have to look after their kids, single parent mum or single parent dad, or some, you know what I mean? Some people don't have the means and they have to save up to go to these games, to be able to afford to go to these games. When are they going to get, their money back? What is the club doing? Because just giving them back their ticket, well, you're reimbursing them for a ticket of another date that they may not be able to make. Do you know what I'm saying? Because if it's going to get rescheduled on the day that, well, hold on, I got my kids, or I got to work, ain't giving me the time off, or I can't afford it because I forked out this money and I've lost money in my travel and everything, then what? I just don't, listen, man, I'm not happy. I'm not happy with this. You know what I mean? And not from a selfish perspective. I just feel like they're too gung-ho when it comes to cancelling our games. I just don't feel like it's fair, and it's not enough of I don't think it's valid enough as a reason. Like I said, if this fixture was on the day of the Queen's funeral, I could kind of say, you know what? I lift up my hands, yeah? I understand it, yeah? It's right on the day, fair enough. But I'm seeing other people having their games. I'm seeing other clubs having their games. Chelsea are going to play Salzburg. Chelsea are playing Salzburg in 2 days' time, yeah, at Stamford Bridge in the Champions League. And that's a London fixture. And yet their game's able to go ahead. I haven't heard anything about Chelsea. Please let me know in the comments down below. But ¿qué está pasando aquí, caramba? You know what I mean? Why are they able to play their game, but we can't play our game? Both games are London games. Do you know what I'm saying? And both games are not on the day of the Queen's funeral. So why is there resources then, but there's no resources for when we need it on Thursday? It don't make no sense to me. Like, for me, it don't make no sense. Honestly, it don't make no sense. And listen, let me know if any of you feel any different. But for me, I'm a pucaria, man. It's a pucaria. Like, I just feel like, it's just get on with it. Like, with fans, it's always treated like, yeah, just get on with it. This is what we're doing and just get on with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, whatever. Like, we don't care what you lose. We don't care what's happened. We don't care. Do you know what I'm saying? We've made the decision and that's it. That's how it feels. And I don't think that's fair, man. I need an explanation as to why Chelsea are playing Salzburg and why we can't play PSV. Or why can't we just reverse the fixture? Because in terms of we have our first game away, like, I don't mind if the governing body say, you know what, Arsenal, you have to go play in PSV. You know what I mean? Go play at their stadium. Cool. Because we're going to have to play them in the next fixture anyway. We're going to have to play them away anyway. So what's the difference? You know what I mean? And that will eliminate everything. That will eliminate anyone arguing that the Queen needs more police. That will argue anyone saying that we can't get security. That will eliminate everything, in my opinion. But listen, it's mad. It's actually mad. And when you're looking at it, like, the fixtures, we're coming up to such a busy time, like such a busy time. Let me get our fixture list up just so you can see what I'm on about, because some of the fixtures is mad. Like the amount of like fixtures that we got coming up is absolute madness. Like the congestion of fixtures is crazy. Let me get this up, right? And get this up, right. So yeah, 1st of October, as it stands, Brentford, that we ain't going to be playing that match. We've got 1st of October, Tottenham. Then the 6th of October we play. Then the 9th we got Liverpool. Then we play Europa again. Then the 16th. Then we play the 19th. Then we play the 23rd. Then we play the 27th. You know what I mean? Then we play the 30th. Then we play, bro, there's no space. And then we got the World Cup break in December. This is crazy. This is crazy. Like, where are we going to, it's crazy, man. It's absolutely crazy. Like, I want to know what you lot are feeling and thinking. But for me, like, just I don't get it, man. Like, with all the options, listen, if any of you got an answer to my options, I don't know why we can't play behind closed doors. I don't know why we can't use the army. I don't know why we can't bring police from surrounding areas just for a couple of hours and then pay, or the club pay, for them to go back their travel. I don't understand why we can't use private security. You know what I mean? Even if they can lend us a couple of policemen and just get some private security. I don't understand why we can't play at PSV's ground. You know what I mean? I don't get it. I don't get it, man. I don't get it. And once again, it's just, if you lost money, who cares? If you can't get refunds, who cares? And most time you ain't gonna get refunds. You know what I mean? Because the hotel is gonna be like, yo, like, we've provided you with the room. There's no, we don't see, our policy means that if you don't turn up, unless we're fully booked, then we don't have to, reimburse you anything. And like I said, I've seen it happen to people around me when I've gone on holiday and everything. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's flights getting cancelled. Even when you get flights get cancelled, that's not your fault. Do you know what I mean? This ain't traveling fans' fault that they want to come see Arsenal. They want to come see Arsenal versus PSV. It's not out of their control. Obviously, no one expected the Queen to die, but at the same time, it's not fans' fault. But some companies won't care. They're like, no, it doesn't matter. Either you come and use what you've paid for, or that's it. You're not getting reimbursed. Airlines do that all the time as well. Like I said, my girl's friend, she weren't getting reimbursed, and she was buying. I think she was buying for her husband, and I think her 2 kids. So she was buying 4 tickets each time. I think it racked up to like something like 4K or something. You know what I mean? It's mad. It's actually mad over flights that were cancelled that are not her fault. It's not like she got to the airport late or anything like that. That's not in her control, but they wouldn't reimburse her. So you think that's not going to happen for fans that are coming from abroad, coming to see this match, and now it's postponed? Like, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, it ain't right. We have to stand up as a community, and we have to say, like, listen, we don't like the way that we be treated, because this is the biggest sport in the world, yeah? Biggest sport in the world, the most viewed, got the most money, everything, and we're treated like this. Now, no disrespect to cricket or rugby, but they don't touch football. They don't touch the numbers that football do. They don't touch the globalness of football. Do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that those sports don't deserve to be played as well, but why is football fans treated like this? And then when you think about it, like, how many businesses as well, like, need the boost of match day revenue? The local kebab shops, the local takeaway shops, whatever they may be, or whatever. Do you know what I mean? A lot of them needed to stay afloat. Remember, a lot of these businesses around as well, around these stadiums and that, a lot of them also were closed. A lot of them were closed after the pandemic, had to be shut for a year or two, weren't able to be opened. Yeah, what about that? Because the ripple effect, it just doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any sense. Like, I don't know. To me, it don't make no sense. A lot of these pubs as well, like, pubs can't do takeaway. How is a pub going to do takeaway? We're going to do takeaway pints. But I've never seen a pub do takeaway. Do you know what I'm saying? Some of these pubs are closed for how long? If we don't want to lose our pubs, already around London, if you live around London, you already know around London how many pubs are getting smashed down because they want to build a block of flats. How many different things that we got are being smashed down to build a block of flats? So we're already losing pubs anyway. In my mum's area, they ripped down the flipping pub to build a Nando's. You know what I'm saying? So a lot of pubs are going around the area anyway. So it is what it is, man. Like, at the end of the day, it's not only affecting football fans, it's affecting local businesses, it's affecting everyone on a global scale. Like, I just don't understand it. Like, honestly, I don't get it. I don't get what the reasoning is that we can't work around this. Like, honestly, I don't get it. You know, even if, I mean, look, to be fair, even if we were rescheduling it to PSV's ground, of course, a lot of fans that had tickets to come to Arsenal, to come to England to watch the match, like, okay, cool. That may, you know, will they be reimbursed and this and that? But we can still get something out of it. If you know what I mean? But it's just how vague they are. Kind of like the match is postponed, get on with it. You know what I mean? You know, we'll give you your ticket and that's it. You know, as if the club doesn't know that Arsenal, that a lot of these clubs are supported worldwide. And so many people from abroad come to watch matches. But nothing is said about that. Nah, it's not good enough, man. It ain't good enough. Like, I'm sick of it. Not only are Arsenal fans, and it's not just Arsenal fans, but obviously I'm an Arsenal supporter. Not only are we disregarded in terms of us wanting to see our club win trophies and the way they finesse us in terms of, you know, saying that we're going for this player when it's all rumors, or saying that, you know, we're building to win the league when really we're just building to be qualifying for Champions League and relaxing. Not only did we get finessed in a footballing aspect, we're also getting finessed in terms of respecting us as the consumer, because without fans, what is there? And you think that a lot of these football clubs, yeah, it's disgusting the fact that that the football clubs didn't want to play. You know, Arsenal didn't want to play against Everton and they postponed that, because at the end of the day, have they not learned that with this pandemic, without football fans, you lot don't have no sponsors, you don't have no club, you don't have the revenue, you don't have all this power for, you know, over BT Sports and Sky Sports and everything, because the fans are the ones that drive the revenue, the primary revenue, yeah, and everything else is secondary. You're not getting all these sponsorship with Chevrolet and Visit Rwanda and all these football clubs get if you don't have the fans. It starts with the fans. It starts with the fans. And the way that the fans are treated in this country, I don't think is correct. It is not correct. I'm not asking for too much. I'm not asking for matches to be played on the Queen's funeral. I'm not asking for that. I'm asking for a match to be played 5 days before that event. 5 days. I don't think that's unfair. I don't know. Let me get into some of the comments. I want to see what you guys have got to say. What's this? They shouldn't have mentioned this. Crime rates could rise. Nobody's about. It's mad. Yeah, that's true. That is true. I do get that point. The postponements may really favour clubs such as Chelsea with new manager and Man United with new manager and new players. For Arsenal, neither here nor there. Yeah, I get what you're saying. What I'm saying is, how can we have resources for the Chelsea game? Yeah, so the Chelsea game's on Wednesday, our game's on Thursday. So they apart. There's police to police the Chelsea game, but there's no police to police the Arsenal game. Make that make sense. Make that make sense. It don't make no sense within a day, and both of them are 5-6 days away from the Queen's funeral. It doesn't really make sense when you think about it, but it is what it is, man. Big up my brother Northside. Just call me Mr. Never Miss a Stream. Yo, Lenny, big up to you, man. Big up, Kadamba. You know what I mean? Make sure you hit the like and subscribe. Hit the dislike if you don't like. Also, people, I am now doing YouTube Shorts daily, so that will be daily and consistent. I'll be putting out YouTube Shorts, at least one a day is what I'm going to aim to do, because they're quite quick to do. Quickly get my view on a quick topic. You know what I mean? If we're linked to a player, if there's news around the club. And I think that it may get the channel more out there, because not everybody wants to sit here and watch, you know, half an hour stream, an hour stream, 2 hour stream. Because I know sometimes even me, I love watching YouTube channels. Even me, sometimes I don't have the time to be watching that much. So I think it's more straight to the point, straight, you know, onto what I think about that point, quick, and it's quickly consumed. And I think maybe that might be a good direction for the channel. So listen, let me know if you start enjoying the YouTube Shorts. If you know, I'm always up for anyone giving me any tips. So if you think, oh, Northside, I think you should do the shorts like this, or I think you should do it like that, I'm all ears. You know what I mean? Just drop a comment after the video has finished going live, and then I'll see it at the bottom when I go through comments. But yeah, daily and consistent with that. That's what I'm going to try and do. And yeah, let's see what happens, because YouTube Shorts are being pushed by YouTube, and yeah, we'll see what happens with that. But anyway, back to the game being postponed. I don't see why they can't play it behind closed doors. In fact, London's a massive area, so I don't see why they can't get enough police. BT probably want want to move it to a date they can get more views. That's a good point. That's a good point. And you know what? Yeah, it's like, yo, there's local areas, yeah, surrounding London, yeah, that don't have that much crime. Do you know what I mean? The police ain't really doing much. I've been to certain places outside London, like, you know what I mean? I've been to places like Scarborough and all them places there. Like, I went to Scarborough, I'm never going back. That place is dry. Seco for next. That place is dry. Their police ain't doing nothing. There ain't nothing going on in Scarborough. Have you ever been to Scarborough? They're one of the driest places in England. The driest. Yeah? Get the police that are doing nothing, yeah, in Scarborough. Get them down. We'll play. Get the club to pay for their ticket, pay for their accommodation, whatever they need to get them safely and swiftly back up there once they've done their job. Why not? Why can't we? Like, it don't make no sense, man. It don't make no sense. There's bare areas that got no crime around London. Like, not no crime, but they're over policed. They don't need that much. There ain't nothing really going on. Do you know what I'm saying? The little town or city it doesn't get busy like that. It's not like London. So why can't we get that? Listen, I'm just saying. How come the City game and Chelsea game are still on midweek? This is what I'm saying. It don't make no sense. You can't say that you don't have, you know, police to police it, but then you got police to police other London games. That don't make no sense. That it actually don't make no sense. Like, for me, like, how we say in Portuguese, in Portugal we say uma história mal contada. It's a story that isn't told or explained well. Yeah, that's what it sounds like. Uma história mal contada. A story that was said wrong or was explained wrong. That's what it sounds to me. That's what this sounds to me. After Monday, everything will be back to normal. Listen, I hope, bro. I hope, because this is annoying me, bro. Rugby cricket got played. They were like, nah, we're doing our thing. We need our dough. And listen, and they're able to show, you know, their respect to the Queen. Listen, I'm not a royalist. Like, I'm not gonna lie, like, I'm not a royalist. Do you know what I mean? I'm not a royalist. In my opinion, like, it's not my thing. I can still respect someone, even if I don't respect the institution. Like, I'm not for it, but I respect it. Do you know what I'm saying? So I think, you know, I respect that, you know, the Queen had a long life, and, you know, I respect that she lost her life, and, you know, RIP. But at the same time, for everybody, all the football fans that are royalists and do love the monarchy, they could have shown their respect at the game individually as a fan, and each club could have shown their respect in their own way. And I said this before in my other video, but we're not allowed. We're stripped of that. Well, rugby can do it, cricket can do it. We can't. So why is it disrespectful? Like, why is it disrespectful for football to continue, but it's not disrespectful for rugby to continue or cricket to continue? It don't make no sense. They're all sports now. Because it's not disrespectful, and we should have been able to, you know, the fans that want to show their respects in their way. It's mad. Football is back on. Northside, football is back on, mate. We are playing Brentford on Sunday. Listen, I hope you're right. I ain't seen nothing like that. Let me quickly check. Are you sure about that? Are you sure? Hold on. Let me refresh this. I already got it here on One Football. Let me see. Oh, is it back on? Yeah. Okay, I'm seeing that. Yeah, but hold on. Let me check this. Okay. It's an away match. Because I was gonna say, like, how are we playing in London a day before the funeral, but we don't have no police 5 days before? Okay. All right, cool. Like, if we have it, then cool. But still, this PSV game should be getting played. You know what I mean? It should be getting played, in my opinion. Leeds versus Man United postponed due to a lack of police too. Okay. What's this here? Big up Northside. No one understands the cancelling of football. It makes no sense whatsoever. It doesn't. If you're not rich, you have no say. Exactly, man. Exactly. You know what I mean? It's all politics, man. It's all politics. It's mad. It's actually mad. From Leeds playing Brentford to Leeds playing Aston Villa 2nd of October means a month of no football. Crazy. Well, if the Brentford game is still on, then we'll have, 18th of the 9th of this month. We'll have Brentford. And then we'll have Tottenham on the 1st of next month. So, listen, let's see, man, because they still got more than enough time to mess us around. You know what I'm saying? And how many Arsenal fans are going to be, planning to go to Brentford to go to that match because it's an away match, yeah? And if they dare cancel that as well, they're mugging us off. You know what I mean? They've already allowed people to, football fans are going to pre-book flights and stuff like that, the ones that are coming from abroad, because it's only going to go up towards match day. And a lot of these a lot of these companies, EasyJet, Ryanair, all these, but they know what's going on in London. They know the schedule of all the football, and they adjust their prices to that. I remember when I worked for Travelodge. I'm a plumber, but I used to work for their plumbing division, and I knew, like, when I used to work in one of them in Wembley, and Wembley's very close to Carnival, and when Carnival was on, all of a sudden, a room that should cost you about £50 a night, £40 a night, yeah, at Travelodge would hike up to 150, because they know people will take it, because people are coming from all over to come to Carnival. You think that don't happen with football? Of course it happens with football. They know that Arsenal are playing. All the surrounding hotels are going to be extra expensive. Certain restaurants are going to put their price up sneakily. You know what I mean? Be cheeky. Certain corner shop prices as well, they're going to be cheeky. These lot do that shit. You know what I mean? I went Carnival this year, and I saw, like, I went into one of the shops, yeah, they'll charge me, I like Magnums, yeah, the Jamaican Magnums. I got a Magnum, boss man was charging me £6. They're supposed to be £3. He's charging me £6, saying, yo, the price of all the corner shops are like this is Carnival. You know what I mean? And if you don't like it, you better walk 20, 30 minutes to go find another corner shop way out of Carnival. I'm not walking 30 minutes and then 30 minutes back just to save £3. But these dickheads, they do that shit. You know what I'm saying? So, listen, like, it ain't right. Like, if everyone's, you know, people are going to maybe book, you know, away fans going to book coaches to go up to Brentford. Other people may, you know, also book accommodation that can't be able to go up there, watch the match, and then come back on the same day, you know, maybe book a hotel and stuff like that. You know, they better not cancel it. Because right now, what I'm seeing on One Football is 12 o'clock kickoff, Brentford, the Arsenal game's still on. Yeah, Arsenal versus Brentford. Don't mug the fans off. That's all I'm saying. Don't mug the fans off. It's not right. Yes, Northside, speaking facts as always. Thank you, bro. Big up to you, man. Big up to you. That's it. I just say how I feel, innit? I just say how I feel, man. No political games around here. What's this? You need Bill Gates money to change laws and rules. Money makes the world go round. Yeah, it's sad though, isn't it? Because whether you're right or wrong, being right or wrong isn't. If you're right, whether you got $1 million in the bank or you got £1 in your pocket, don't make no difference in it. But unfortunately, you're right. If you are somebody, yeah, and if you're rich and got influence, that's who's listened to, not the person that's right, but they're not a rich person or they're a working class person, and that's the way that we're dealt with. So I get you, man, and it's wrong. It feels like they are labeling us football fans as hooligans from the 80s. Yeah, but it's some BS. Like, they're going on like every game. It's like people getting in mad punch-ups and stuff, man. It's mad. Northside, what Portuguese team do you support? Benfica, man. You don't even need to ask me. You mad, caramba. Estás maluco, okay? Benfiquista. I'm a Benfiquista. You know what I'm saying? Actually, I will get into that because since the Arsenal games are looking a bit funny, I will be doing some watch-alongs for the Champions League and the Europa. So yeah, look for that, because I might just do that because it's not going to really be much in it. Obviously, we're not playing PSV, so the Brentford game is still 50-50. I'm not knowing what's going to happen with that. So what I'm going to do is just live stream maybe the biggest fixture for the Champions League and the biggest fixture for the Europa League of this week. You know what I mean? So we'll see. Any funny business going on from Arsenal, I'll just adjust it. And, you know, I'll watch matches that I feel like is going to get the most attention in Europe this week. Wait, hold on. I was looking at some of the fixtures. Where is it? Where's it gone? Here we go. Where is it? Yeah, there we go. Obviously, tomorrow there's Bayern Munich Barcelona. So I was thinking I might do a watch along for Bayern Munich Barcelona. You know what I mean? I've already got the background, the green screen background for the Champions League, even though we're not in it, because obviously I was going to do the final, Champions League final and the Europa League final like I did last year. So yeah, I think I'm going to do the Bayern Munich Barcelona. I think everyone's going to be watching that. Obviously, Liverpool got Ajax. I don't think is as big of a fixture as Bayern Munich Barcelona. You got Atletico Bayer Leverkusen. I don't think that's as big. And you got Tottenham Sporting. Well, Tottenham are a small club, you know, and so is Sporting. So no. I had to throw that in for my boy Deji. You know what I mean? But listen, I don't want to watch Tottenham Sporting bun that, man. That's not as attractive fixture as Bayern Munich Barcelona. So tomorrow I'll be doing the watch along for Barcelona Bayern Munich. And And I was gonna do on Wednesday. What fixture was I gonna do on Wednesday? I was gonna do Benfica Juventus on Wednesday, but it's my girl's B-day, and yeah, I can't really tell her, yo, we're not celebrating your birthday. I'm doing a watch along. That'd be mad. You know what I mean? Van my daddy, you know what I mean? And I want to live, you know what I mean? I want to live, you know what I mean? So yeah, Wednesday I can't. But then Thursday, I saw there's some fixtures in Europa on Thursday that are still going ahead. So I was thinking maybe I'll do one on Thursday. Maybe Man United, Sheriff. Obviously Sheriff I think they beat Real Madrid last year, I think, if I'm not mistaken. So maybe that would be an interesting watch to see if they can do it over Man United. I'd love to see Man United getting slapped up. But the last time I did it, Man United won. So maybe if I don't watch that one, they will lose. Maybe I'm giving them some good karma. I don't know. But yeah, I may do that. The other fixtures are a bit meh in the Europa. Obviously, we're not playing. Yeah, so cheers. Be excited. We're not playing. So yeah, I might do Man United. I might do Man United on Thursday. And tomorrow I'll do Bayern Munich Barcelona. I might do that. And then Friday, no, there's nothing on Friday. No fixture really on Friday that I'm like, yeah, like I want to do a watch along too. And then Saturday, well, I'll see about Saturday. If Arsenal are not playing on Sunday, if I hear Arsenal not playing on Sunday, I'll do a watch along for one of the matches on Sunday. Maybe Man City Wolves, because I ain't doing a watch along for Tottenham. But if they are playing on Sunday, then I won't do a watch along on Saturday, and I'll do the watch along on Sunday for the Arsenal Brentford. So yeah, that's the schedule, people. Yeah, and we'll see, man. We'll see what's going on. Football continues, even if it doesn't continue for Arsenal, continues for other teams. So yeah, I didn't realize how much you miss Arteta. Kidding, bro. Come on, man. Are you mad, bro? Are you actually mad? No, side. I said you didn't read out my comment. What comment? I didn't see it. I didn't see your comment. Oh, wait, hold on. Arsenal tweeted our Premier League campaign will resume on Sunday with a trip to Brentford, kickoff 12 p.m. UK time. Okay, cool. Okay, cool. Fair enough. But they better not go back on their word. Benfica been undefeated since pre-season. Enzo Fernandez looks a player. Yeah, I've been watching him. He's been balling out. He was balling out in pre-season and he's balling out this season. Let's see, man. You know what I mean? But that always happens anyway. Listen, man. Like, that always happens. Portugal always get the players that La Liga miss out on. Do you know what I'm saying? They always get gems. You know what I mean? Especially Benfica and Porto always get South American gems all the time. Do you know what I'm saying? All the time. We'll take a punt on them. Do you know what I mean? On the players. Like, you saw, like, Jackson Martinez came from the Liga Portuguesa. Who else came from the Liga Portuguesa? Lindelof, João Felix, who else? Di Maria, Falcao. Who else came from there? What's his name? Edison for Man City. Who else came from there? Bearman came from there. You know what I'm saying? Bearman have come from the Portuguese league. Like, that's just what they do, innit? That's what we do. Like, we'll get a couple South American players and then flip it for mad amount of money. Obviously, Darwin Núñez more recently came from the Liga Portuguesa as well. A lot of the players that are Wolves came from Liga Portuguesa as well. Yeah, it just is what it is, man. But even from back in the day, like, I remember when Chelsea back in the day used to get, you know, a lot of players from there. Do you know what I mean? Pep and, you know, Bozingo and all them players there. Like, we always churned out players. You know what I mean? We always turned out like Deco as well. There's bare players, man. You know what I mean? Who else came there? Luis Figo, Rui Costa. You know, if you lot remember Rui Costa, I think he played for AC Milan and he was at Fiorentina as well, I think. Yeah, it just is what it is, isn't it? That's the Portuguese league. Like, we'll always get ballers. Like, we'll always you know, that's how they make their money. I think I saw a documentary or something like Benfica, I think, has made the most money, like, in terms of player sales in the last couple of years. Like, they made mad amount of money off the players that they sold. David Luiz as well was playing at Benfica. Bare players playing at Benfica, man. Bare players playing at Benfica. Like, I think I had a list on my phone as well, like, of mad amount of players that came from Benfica. Like, I can't even remember them all. There's so many, like, mad amount of players, man. You know what I mean? But It is what it is, man. There's always a price tag. If you meet the price tag, then you can have them, innit? It just is what it is. But yeah, my Benfica are doing good, man. Yeah, Boa Morte to Arsenal. You know what I mean? It's mad. How do I think? Wait, where is it, man? Where is it? Can I find it? Yeah, Jean Cancelo was at Benfica. Bernardo Silva was at Benfica. Ruben Diaz was at Benfica. Edison was at Benfica. Di Maria at Benfica. Jean-Felix at Benfica. Oblak, the keeper for Atletico Madrid, at Benfica. David Luiz from Benfica. Lindelof from Benfica. Raul Jimenez from Benfica. Bro, I'm telling you, man, not only do we win trophies, but we always making that moolah every time we sell players, bro. Big money, you know what I mean? Big money business. You know what I mean? Cash money, young money, cash money. You know what I mean? Young money, cash money. You already know what time it is. Northside, happy blessed birthday to your missus for Wednesday. Thank you, bro. Very kind of you, man. Very kind of you. You know what I'm saying? We're starting to get a bit old, but it is what it is, man. It is what it is. But listen, people, I'm going to wrap it up now. It's not going to be too much of a long one. But yeah, make sure you're tuned in for my YouTube shorts. Daily and consistent is how I'm going to be putting it out. Daily and consistent shorts on news articles and news and rumors surrounding Arsenal. That'll be daily. And yeah, man, let's see if you lot like the content. Let's see if you lot like the bite-sized 30-second YouTube shorts. And yeah, let's see if it reaches a bigger audience. So yeah, make sure you tune into that, caramba. Don't be a filo da puta. Make sure you go tune into that. I dropped 2 today, so make sure you go watch that. And yeah, listen, football fans being treated like dirt once again from the Footballing Association. Once again, you know what I mean? We need to stand together as a collective, as a footballing community. Arsenal fans, Tottenham fans, Chelsea fans, all fans, you know what I mean? Because we deserve more than that. And it is what it is, people. Make sure you like and subscribe. Hit the bell notification so you're always notified. And I'm out. Vamos, caramba.